We welcome you live to the season number 3 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series playoff opener at Darlington. And we're officially all up and running from the Darlington Raceway after a week away for the Christmas off week. And yeah, we're back here tonight in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, the first event of 2025, of course, happening on New Year's Day. All right, welcome to Darlington once again. And yeah, we're going to be all up and running from the Darlington Raceway in just a few moments as we get ready for the playoff opener. So, of course, let's take a look real quick at your Xfinity Series playoff drivers for tonight as we welcome you in live to Darlington Raceway. We're just going to be on track in a few moments for the warm-up session. So, of course, you got Cameron Chandler, Connor Asbell. They're the first two seeds in the playoffs. Then you got Cole Wilson, Christian Leonard, the top four. Andrew Stacy, he's had a good year. He's going to be in 5th. John Wynn's sitting just above the cut line, and then below the cut line right now is Landon Johnson and 7 Hathorn. So, guys, it's Darlington tonight for the Xfinity Series. It's the first race of the playoffs. What do we expect to see tonight?
Well, first of all, I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Hope we can have good racing in this 2025 and a lot of happiness to the people watching right now. Darlington is like the last level in terms of racetracks for stock car racing. This racetrack is very punishing on the tires and on the driver too. The walls are so close, you hit them very often. And I was practicing this morning, and this car and this track, this combo is just so loose. It's going to be a handful for the drivers here tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch from the booth, so it's going to be interesting.
I think we're going to have a lot of green flag runs today. Very minimum cautions, maybe even just one with the stage break.
All right, we will see. So, of course, it's a 100-lap event tonight at Darlington Raceway. And we are ready to go for the 14th race of the Xfinity Series season. Of course, the Southern 500 for the Cup Series tomorrow night. Both Cup and Xfinity after Daytona will have their first races of the season number 3 playoff. So, real quick, just to see how, to tell who's who's in the playoffs, I should say. On the scoreboard, or I should say the ticker, you're going to see a P next to their names. And then on the cars, you're going to see playoff banners. And this is going to carry over into the Cup Series tomorrow night as well. All right, so 8 drivers will advance. There's 3 races, of course, in the round of 8, or that's actually a new thing in the Xfinity Series now. So those 3 races are tonight at Darlington, and then next week in Michigan. So that's going to be a lot of people are probably looking forward to that race next week in Michigan, as it's always put on a great show. And then we finished it up in Spa for the second season. All right, we are ready to go here in Darlington. As we prepare for the 14th race of the Xfinity Series season. Welcome live to Darlington Raceway for tonight. Cars on the racetrack. Here's the 5 of Cole Clausen. So also we forgot to mention that, okay, my ticker is breaking itself. Hang on. All right, we'll be right back here in Darlington. Don't know why I did this, but okay. All right. So funny story. Our playoff things in.
Meanwhile, Rajun Coke spins to the inside wall hard, and he's gonna head back to the pits. Something that is calling my attention now. from what I'm saying is Cameron Chandler turning, well, what we mentioned before, he's turning more to the right than he's doing to a left, obviously indicating that the car is really loose. So once again, it's going to be really interesting how these drivers handle this racetrack, because it's not a track that you just get used in 5 minutes. This is a racetrack that requires a lot of practice to master. So we're gonna see a lot of variety as we go on throughout the race.
All right, so for some reason, iRacing is showing just P's is the name for our drivers. Connor Asbell is going to slam the wall here on the front straightaway. So we're underway here in Darlington with practice, of course, for the Xfinity series. But yeah, I really don't understand why it's doing this in the ticker. We're going to try to ask some drivers to rejoin so the ticker fixes itself, hopefully. And yeah, don't really understand why it would do this.
I think because you put a space.
Yeah, I just fixed it though, so we'll see. It's not fixing itself, so I don't know.
Try restarting the ticker.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
I think you might actually need to rejoin
Yep.
to fix this. I think you need to.
Let's see.
And then just, yeah.
Because hopefully it works, because I don't know, it might. I'll see what it says. I don't know if it fixed itself or not. It's not telling me. All right, we'll see. We'll be right back. Not the greatest way to start off the year, of course, for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, but we'll be up here in just a few moments once again here in season number 3 for the Xfinity Series playoffs. All right, so we'll be up and running in just a few moments here tonight. And yeah, once again, it's Darlington to start the Xfinity playoffs. So practice half hour. You got 2 laps of qualifying as always, and then you got the 100-lap race here tonight. And it didn't fix itself. Of course it didn't. And of course it doesn't work. Okay.
I think you might just need to get rid of the nicknames.
Well, no, but they don't update now because they already joined the session. So iRacing kind of just screwed us, and it's really stupid. I don't get why it works like this. It won't update now, so ticker's completely ruined. Cars are now onto the racetrack, so you can see on the cars it says P. We're making contact here, 3 wide for a second. 33 is now hard on the wall. Goes Connor Asbell in the 72. I mean, we know who the drivers are, luckily. All right, so. Here comes the 33 of Matthew White. His machine. There's the 77 of Pfeiffer. And as he's going around, these cars are definitely going to be looser in the day. And then once the lights come on here in Darlington, they should start to improve. Here's Aiden Donahue down the back straightaway. And there's the 55 into 3 and 4. Sela. Sela is loose. Once again is now down to the inside. There's the 90 of Tomlin. And more cars heading down the front straightaway. Yeah, these cars are sideways. Aiden Donahue is going around.
Oh. Aiden, the regular season champion, making his rare NASCAR Xfinity Series start It's really interesting to see him really because he always has a lot of speed. No matter what track you put him in, just doing his weird Xfinity start.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mess so far in Xfinity Series practice, as you can see. Here's the 96 vendor, Stacy, of course. He just made the playoffs after a great season. Oh, he is going around. These cars are really, really loose. They're stupidly loose.
I changed my opinion about very few cautions. I think we're gonna have a wreck fest.
Last season there weren't many cautions at all.
Last season it was not this loose.
Yeah, I don't know. iRacing makes these annoying updates, and it usually completely ruins the setup in Xfinity. So, thank you once again, iRacing. So you got cars here on the racetrack. Once again, the 24 of Aiden and Donahue. So hopefully, once the sun goes down, that they start to, you know, not slide around every 5 seconds. And hopefully also the drivers are going to start getting used to the race cars as well. So top of the board, I know my ticker is ruining itself, but it's Cameron Chandler, of course. Try one more thing. All right. Yeah, iRacing, or I'm sorry, ticker is still not working, so unfortunately it's going to be stuck on P for whatever reason. All right. So, 17 cars over the line so far, as there are 17 minutes left here in practice. Still not even halfway through. Here is CJ Urban down the back straightaway. He's not raced the entire season, of course, so he's not in the playoffs, or wasn't in playoff contention really at all. He's gonna hit the wall. So it's the track that's too tough to tame, Darlington Raceway. We'll see who can tame it tonight. Here's Pfeiffer in the 77 up to the outside. You can see cars are starting to get a little bit more stable once these drivers figure out how the setups work and all that. Rojan Koch, unfortunately for Rojan Koch, he just missed the playoffs after 2 weeks ago in Daytona for the regular season finale, so he will not be in the playoffs this season. Cole Wilson in usually the 12 car, and for some reason he's in a Chevy. That's illegal at ETR, so might need to do something about that.
Had to go to a backup.
Yeah.
Because the car's so loose.
Oh. All right. I think it actually might work for Connor Asbell here in a minute. The ticker, I mean. Nope, it's still okay. Okay. Oh, in the wall hard goes Matthew White on the back straightaway, and he's going to absolutely hammer the wall. And he's coming up, ooh, into traffic, nearly takes out Cole Clausen in the 5. There's the 44, Cole Wilson.
Trying there.
Yeah.
I think it worked because Aspel's name changed.
Okay, I reset it after that happened, but then my ticker, for some reason, still won't. I'm going to try to rejoin one more time.
Yeah. I told everyone to rejoin the one people.
I guess I can withdraw and then I'll try to rejoin again. Okay, so still fixing a couple of technical difficulties here in Darlington. We should be up and running in just a few moments. And yeah. All right, so I think we're all still up and good, and we're going to be underway here in just a few moments once again. Apologies, and we'll be back here in Darlington just a minute. Hopefully everything's all sorted out, and we can get going.
Yeah.
So qualifying.
I think Asbel's the only one that really rejoined, so I just want to see if it works for Asbel.
It didn't. That makes no sense at all. How does that make any sense? What is this? Okay, let me try to close out of that. Okay. Open this up again. You gonna work this time?
Okay.
Oh, now it works. Okay, it worked for Asbel.
Alright.
But he's the only one that rejoined.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see Connor Asbel's name. He has the P next to it. So once we get this all figured out, it'll be much better for the Cup race tomorrow night. Oh, as we got a big crash here in 3 and 4. 4 cars involved. As Cole Clausen slides on in another car. Cole Wilson's just going to drive on by. And oh my God, Sela on his lid. Big wreck. So once again, let's go through this again. So we're going to take a look at Connor Asbel's car because he's the big example. You can see the playoff banners on the back and then on the front. You also got the side skirts, the spoiler, and the splitter are purple. And then you can see on the ticker he's P4 at the moment. You can see the P next to his name. So that's how you're going to go through your playoff drivers, and that's how we're going to tell who's in the playoffs and who's not. And here comes Connor Asbel. 2 wins on, or I should say 3 wins on the season, and your regular season champion on the racetrack here in the 72. All right. Back here once again in Darlington. 10 minutes to go here in practice. Payson Lindsay, for some reason, is top of the board now. I can't imagine how that happens. There is Cameron Chandler in the 8. So, yeah, still underway here at Darlington for practice for the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, Connor Asbel loses the car. I'm almost here. It's called Clausen in the 5 car. Coming to a start-finish line. That's a perfect 360. Is going to try to do a drift right now, and he's gonna get into the 94 of CJ Ehrman. Another 45 Rex also. It's 45 of Miles Davis.
Okay, here's Stevenson in the 14 car. He's now on track. Miles Davis in his return, as you just heard. We're going to take a look at McKinney. He is sideways in the 01. Spinning down to the inside is Rojan Koch in the 27. Oh, he's going to go on the wall, and he's sliding back up. Here comes Carlos Ortiz. We got to talk about Carlos Ortiz's path to the playoffs. this season. It was definitely an insane one. Of course, he was below the cut line all the way until race 18 of the season. Last week, the regular season finale in Daytona, where he won a stage and scored enough points to advance to the playoffs. It was just a great job by Ortiz, and he will race for a Cup Series championship tomorrow, or we're going to try to race for a Cup Series championship. We're going to be doing step 1 of that tomorrow night in Darlington.
Yep, a lot of Cup drivers here tonight to try to have some sort of practice, even though the difference between the Xfinity car and the Cup car are now just like day and night currently, but still, you want to have as much practice as possible with the racetrack itself, so that way you can kind of try to anticipate everything that's going on throughout the round and everything like that.
Okay, trying to all the playoff drivers are going.
All right, I'm going to rejoin one more time, and we're going to have one more try at this.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it'll work.
It should, I would imagine. Stacy Chandler. Is that everyone?
That's all the playoff drivers I checked.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to be trying this once again. So there will be, of course, well, actually, there's going to be a couple of playoff drivers that are going to have fill-ins tonight, unfortunately. Just from multiple different issues. So Trenton Wilkin will be driving number 88 machine for Landon Johnson tonight. So for Ethan Trendler racing the 88 Chevrolet, usually driven by Landon Johnson. Tonight it'll be driven by former Xfinity Series driver and multi-time winner and championship runner-up last season, Trenton Wilkin, in the 88. And then John Wynn, I believe, will be racing. We're going to have to see this with the other ones as well. So unfortunate start to that little playoff hunt here in Darlington, but we expect them probably mostly back next week in Michigan.
Of course, Michigan's the other 2-mile track on the schedule.
Yeah, last time we went to a 2-mile track was Fontana, and we cannot forget about how incredible that finish was.
Definitely one to remember.
Photo finish between Cameron Chandler and Connor Asbell. And yeah, we are just about ready to go once again here in Darlington.
Yep.
So,
but Michigan, the next track we go to is just so different with the newer pavement and everything that goes with. You can, in Michigan, you can almost like just brake a little bit and kind of quote unquote go flat out, but in Auto Club instead you have to brake a lot more and you have a lot more lanes available to you, so it's going to be interesting how these drivers can adapt to that, even though Michigan is similar in terms of shape to Auto Club.
yeah, so as we're going to be underway here once again with the ticker. And, okay, thank you, iRacing. There we go. Okay, we're finally good and ready to go. You can see your playoff drivers on the left side of your screen.
Indicated by the number P, that letter P.
Yep, as we got a big old group of cars coming onto the racetrack, mostly Chevrolets.
We're having a quote-unquote pit party here.
Oh, we got a one car sliding up to the outside. It is Davis, and he's going to get hooked down the front straightaway, and he's going to go around into Erdman, and they're going to wreck big time. Down the back straightaway. Oh, trouble.
We see Cole Wilson with damage to his front bumper from a semi-spin done by Connor Asbell. Cole, how do you feel?
My car feels a little damaged now. It was netcode, and I turned Connor because of it.
Here comes Pace and Lindsay driving in pretty deep.
Oh, way too deep, actually.
And we got somebody driving backwards. Or, well, yeah, in reverse, I should say. All right, guys, so what we've seen in qualifying so far with 5 minutes to go, what do we expect to see tonight here in Darlington? Another question is, do we expect to see a playoff driver go to victory lane?
I think we probably will.
Yeah, I think we might see a playoff driver. Definitely, I think one of the ones fighting for, the into the next round. So I especially expect the 72 of Asbel and the 8 of Chandler probably to have a chance to get in there.
Yeah,
You never know. You can see an upset like Aiden Donahue or Braden Hunsick. They're always going to be racing tonight.
White could be another one to think about as well. If we go further down the field, don't forget about Trenton Wilkin. He could be a underdog. Matt Grab as well. He won at Miami this season.
These top drivers coming down to Xfinity series, they are high-level drivers, especially drivers like Trenton Wilkin or Aiden Donahue, who loses it coming off turn 2 and hits a wall, or Matthew White. You don't know what you can expect from them, and I wouldn't call them upsets, to be honest. They are both the regular season champion for Cup and the runner-up for the regular season for Cup for a reason.
Maybe just had a big pile up.
Here comes Cameron Chandler down the back straightaway. You can see the playoff banners displayed nicely on the 8 machine. He's going to go on the wall. And going to try to bring down pit road. All right.
Sure to get the stage fin up before you do anything else.
Yep. All right. So about 2 minutes here to go in practice. Comes Chandler through 1 and 2. And down the back straightaway he goes. All right. Just give us a quick second. We'll be right back here in Darlington. Again. There are a couple where we've got new audio set up and whatever and some new video stuff, so there is a couple of things that we're trying to get through here. Just stay with us. And yeah. Okay. Here comes Chandler down into 1 and 2 in the number 8 machine. Minute left to go here in practice. Here comes Davis as he got a crash here down on the back straightaway. Pfeiffer and Clausen. The 0-1 of McKinney is spinning. Got Tomlin. You got cars still on pit road over here. So it's 100 laps once again. Halfway break going to be at the end of lap number 50. Eli Tomlin in the 90. He almost goes around down the back straightaway. All right, I think our audio is mostly all sorted out and good to go now. And so's the ticker. And we're ready for hopefully a good show tonight in Darlington. All right, so through 3 and 4 goes Erdman, he's going to go on the wall. So qualifying is going to come up next here in Darlington. So guys, after seeing what we saw in practice, Matthew White was the fastest one without roll riding, if we exclude Pace and Lindsay. What do we think we're going to see in qualifying coming up? Who do we have for the pole?
I think it's going to be.
Matthew White probably is my prediction.
I would say it's going to be between Nathan Donahue, Matthew White, and Cameron Chandler maybe up there. But out of the three, I would say Nathan Donahue.
So we will see what's going to happen tonight here in Darlington as the 8 of Cameron Chandler is going to roll off in his number 8 machine. 4 wins on the year. He won at Daytona and Kentucky the last 2 races, so he's going for 3 in a row tonight. The first time in his career that would happen. Here comes the 44, usually the 12 of Cole Wilson. But like you said, we have a backup car tonight for Cole because he crashed the primary. Here is Andrew Stacy. Here's the 33 of Matthew White on the racetrack. So it's going to be tough to hold this car around here in qualifying. You got to be wheeling it. It's the track too tough to
I think we'll
tame.
have a lot of laps deleted because of hitting the wall. I would not be surprised about that.
Yeah, you got to be very careful with that. You got to try to rip the fence the best you can, but you cannot slam into the wall. Here's one, the 0-1 of McKinney, 3 Mac grab. Cameron Chandler heading onto the racetrack. He's on the back straightaway. Here's the 55 of Sela. And the 10.
29.5 for Matthew White in his first lap.
Ortiz. Oh, Stevenson going to go around. He will actually hang on to it in the 14. He'll try to go down to Chandler will go top of the board. Cole Austin down the back straightaway. In 3 and 4 goes Wilson. Up on the wall is Hunsicker. Here comes White in the 33, ripping the low side. Down the front stretch he goes, trying to improve, trying to get around Cameron Chandler. Can he do it? He blinks and he will go top of the board. Here's the 88 of Wilkin.
Here comes Cameron Chandler to a start finish line. Which time is it going to be? 29.52.
Yeah, not a good lap for Cameron Chandler as Mac Grab will go in the 3rd. Not the lap he wanted. McKinney now in the 3rd ahead of Mac Grab. Stevenson there in 8th currently.
And Aiden Donahue, who is not going to qualify.
Braden Hunsicker is 3rd. Here is the 6 on the wall through 1 and 2. And that Ford Mustang. In the 3 and 4 goes the 6 of Braden Hunsicker. And he is going to be down the front straightaway this time by. And he'll back down. He'll be 2nd. Headed now Cameron Chandler. Here's Davis on the racetrack. Ooh, he's loose down in the 45. He got a bit loose in 1 and 2. Let's see what he can do down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 he goes. Miles Davis is sideways once again, trying to hold on to it. And it'll be down the front straightaway. Let's see where this lap time's going to go. We see a lot of drivers electing not to qualify. Pfeiffer goes in 8th. Stacy is now 8th. Miles Davis is 11th. Here is Andrew Stacy in the 96. In his first Xfinity Series playoff appearance. Oh, he's loose. He's in the wall, and he's spinning down the front straightaway, slamming to the wall. He'll have to back it down. That'll be his qualifying over. Andrew Stacy qualifies 8th. Davis trying to improve, currently 11th.
Trenton Wilkin comes to a start-finish line for his first lap, 29.61. Let's see what he can do in the 2nd lap.
Davis is going to be 9th. Good lap though for
His pace
Trenton.
around hard.
That one qualifying for Wilkin. He'll be 4th currently. Stevenson, I believe, is done. He's 13th. Had a really, really good run in Daytona a couple of weeks ago. Cameron Chandler, he's done. He's still on the track, though. Here's the 44 of Cole Wilson. He is yet to put down a time. Cole Wilson, 1 win on the year, of course, in Watkins Glen. Dominated that race. Looking to do the same this week. Or if not, another similar racetrack to Watkins Glen, or well, a road course, I should say, in Spa. So, of course, the lights are going to be coming on here at Darlington in just a few moments. Cole Wilson is 8th. I believe that's qualifying over. He's just trying to get any final practice in. He's in the wall. And, yeah.
Asbel, who also is not going to qualify. That's gonna play out. That's gonna have a huge impact when it comes to how you handle the race. Mostly the drivers that tend to not qualify these drivers like Evan Donahue or Asbel tend to save more tires than the drivers that, for example, Matthew White, who qualified on the pole, or Jimmy McKinney, who qualified fifth, the Swedish driver who is making an appearance tonight here in the Xfinity race.
Yeah, so tire saving is going to be very, very important tonight as we welcome you live to the Darlington Raceway 100 laps for the Xfinity Series playoff opener. There are 7 races to go for both Cup and Xfinity. Of course, they're all playoff races. The Cup Series Southern 500 kicks off tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, but tonight is the support race and the playoff race for the Xfinity Series in Darlington. All right. Welcome live to Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. This is one of NASCAR's oldest racetracks, one of the most historic tracks as well, and it plays host to the Xfinity Series, Season number 3, Race 14, playoff opener in Darlington.
Yep, Darlington Raceway, which was built in 1950, was the one of the first ovals around the country that was longer than a mile. At first, it was kind of like a flat track, but then they increased the banking up to 23 degrees in turns 1 and 2, and 25 degrees in turns 3 and 4. Well, I'm sorry, 25 degrees for turns 1 and 2, and 23 degrees for turns 3 and 4. This gives place to a really tough racetrack because you enter turns 1 and 2 slower than you should enter those corners, and then 3 and 4 you enter them faster than what you should. So it makes it really tough to both set up the car and drive this racetrack.
Yeah, so of course Darlington Raceway is NASCAR's first super speedway, and we are ready to go here once again. It's the track too tough to tame. Matthew White on the pole to his outside is going to be Braden Hunsinger. First playoff driver is going to be Cameron Chandler. The next playoff driver is Cole Wilson all the way back in 8th. Then you got Andrew Stacy and Connor Asbel in 17th, the last playoff driver in the top 20. I don't know what we're doing, but okay. Pace car finally rolls off.
Most people got EOL penalties, so they're going to go to the back.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a mess back here, as you can see. I don't know. They're trying to figure out. Nobody wants to go to the front, apparently. Darlington is a track with it's very, very important for track position, so I don't really know why we're doing this, but okay.
I did miss the early wrecks that sometimes happen. Usually what the case is.
I think being in the back might be even more dangerous, though, because of all the checking up and possible track blockers. I feel like the back could be even more dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But here we go in Darlington for the playoff opener.
Being in the back, though, gives you, in my experience at least, like a sense of, like, quote-unquote calmness, even though I don't know if that's going to give me calmness because the amount of people that went to the back. Well, Ethan, take us to the green flag.
We are back. Welcome to 2025 on New Year's Day. The Xfinity Series playoff opener from the track too tough to tame. Darlington Raceway is officially underway in green. Down the backstretch they go for the opening time. Matthew White has the lead. Braden Hunsinger second. Cameron Chandler now in third. Through 3 and 4 they go. Battle back. Oh, trouble! Pfeiffer is sideways. He will almost save it. They're 3 wide. Cole Wilson down there as well. Pfeiffer up the racetrack. Everyone somehow is going to be able to hang on to it, I believe. Aiden Donahue has momentum down the front straightaway as they head down into 1 and 2.
That was almost a couple of days ended for a couple of people.
Yeah, already.
There was a pass made for third place between Trenton Wilkin, the 88 Dale Earnhardt Jr. machine, and Cameron Chandler also in a Dale Earnhardt Jr. machine, I believe. That's a 2002 Daytona Busch race throwback.
Andrew Stacy had a big bobble off corner exit. He'll now have Cole Wilson looking to his inside. Stacy trying to block two playoff drivers, racing aggressively early, as now Wilson up the racetrack, almost into the door of Stacy. Got Carlos Ortiz ripping the outside. Aiden Donahue back here now, currently in 10th. Wilson slides off corner exit, and he'll have the 10 back to his inside.
Meanwhile, Brennan Hunziker trying to make a pass on Matthew White. He's been in his back bumper a lot of the time.
Oh, Aiden Donahue goes around. We'll see if he can save it. Oh! Rojan Koch, that's going to be yellow. Yellow, yellow. All right. Caution is out. Aiden Donahue goes around on lap 4. Let's take a look at what happens.
That's one of the main contenders for the win. Just spun out on lap 3 of the race, and he took a hard hit on that left front fender. So that's going to affect his night, basically.
Yeah, just kind of loose. Nobody really touched him. Spun out all by himself. And Rojan Koch, the unlucky driver right there, to get into it. Let's ride along with Aiden Donahue as we are under the first caution of tonight in Darlington.
It's not that it's going to affect his night, it's that Aiden's night is over. He has that left front wheel just super loose, and that's race over, basically.
Yeah, I think so too.
Unfortunate for Aiden Donahue. There you can see him in the 24 machine, currently coming to pit road, and he has a bunch of damage. So we're under the first caution of the night, lap number 5, and it's one of the most talented race car drivers in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League going around. And that's something we usually never see by Aiden Donahue, and that just shows how tough Darlington is. All right, we got cars pitting. Eli Tomlin here in the 90, Cole Clausen in the 5. And there is Aiden Donahue. Rojan Koch is ready as well, has damage. So early incidents here in Darlington. With Aiden Donahue, your regular season champion in the Cup Series, going around. And we'll see if he can get it repaired or not.
Let's try to, now that we have the privilege of having Cole Wilson in the booth, let's try to talk to him. So, Cole, can you, yeah. So how did that start feel, that wild race start?
So it was very loose going into turn 3 and 4 especially. The car right in front of me, the 77, him and Matt Grab made contact, and he got really sideways, and then I door banged with him. Luckily, my spotter told me no damage, so looking all good with that. And then on the front straightaway, me and Andrew, 2 playoff guys, got very close to touching again. So just going to try and stay out of trouble and hopefully be in the top 10 at the end of the stage.
So Cole, what is your game plan for the rest of the race now that you saw the chaotic start that we got here?
Oh, I think really just stay out of trouble and finish. And I think if we do that, we can get a top 10.
So,
Right.
Some news, real quick. Aiden Donahue is officially out, too much damage, and they can't fix it.
Wow, so that's big news. So Aiden Donahue was probably one of your drivers that could have been favored to win here tonight after the speed he's shown in the Xfinity Series, especially last season. And he
had made it up front really quickly, too. He was already up to around 10th when he wrecked, when he started last.
Yeah, just a big mistake by your Cup Series regular season champion. Same thing with Rojan Koch. We'll see if he's able to keep going in the 27. All right, ready to go back to the green flag. My ticker, because for some reason today is the night of issues, my ticker is really, really choppy and laggy. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. It's randomly doing this just now. For God knows what reason, so that's just great. All right, well, we're going to have to try to fix that in the next caution maybe, as we're going to be back underway here on lap number 7 in Darlington. Matthew White, Braden Hunziker on the front row, and we are back to green.
Not a good start for that outside, and Matthew White already clears. He's going to
Oh.
top. They're already in the wall.
Stevenson, the 14, slams into the fence. He's looking like he's falling back. He got Sela down in the 55. Jamie McKinney trying to get down there as well as we race on the opening lap of this green flag run. Stevenson in the wall again as he's going to check up more cars behind him as Sela and Piper move down to the inside. So they get down in 3 and 4.
Yeah, a little bit of a bobble for Stevenson, but he got that car under control now. As they head down the front straightaway into turn 1, and Matthew White is continuing to lead. As the first playoff driver, I'm pretty sure, is I think Cameron Chandler. As we got another person in the wall.
Back here, it's jetting crazy. Okay, oh my God. Didn't press the thing, but that came up for some reason. All right. Sorry about the early technical difficulties in Darlington. I mean, it's the new year, so everything decides it's gonna break. But yeah, down to the inside goes the 72 of Connor Asbell. There's the 94 of CJ Irvin. Oh! One car gets very loose. Sela in the 55. He will save it. Now down to the inside of Jamie McKinney is Cole Wilson. McKinney into the wall pretty decently in the 01.
As we see Daniel Sela getting really loose coming off turn 4.
Yeah, it is very, very treacherous back there. And yeah, you got to be wondering, our drivers back here are starting to question their decision to try to go to the back. You saw one driver that went to the back, Aiden Donahue, already out of the race.
Yeah, this track already having the limiting game already going into effect here, as you know, Aiden Donahue was probably one of the biggest threats to win this race, and being in the back, I guess, I don't know what happened.
Oh!
But, you know.
Connor Asbell nearly took a hard left into the inside wall, and that would have been a terrible wreck for the driver of the 72, and they're still side by side with Piper coming with momentum. The 14 is Stevenson on that outside.
Oh, Stevenson hard into the wall.
Yeah, Piper now going to get around him. Stevenson is definitely struggling here. But we're going to look up front real quick. You got the 10 of Carlos Ortiz currently in 7th, Cole Wilson 8th, and then up front is Hunsicker trying to get to the back bumper of Matthew White. Here is Trenton Wilkin now up the P3. Behind him, Cameron Chandler currently running in 4th. He's in the wall big time. Cameron Chandler in the 8 slams the wall with Matt Grab starting to catch up to his bumper.
Some damage on his front nose there. Must have hit something else before hitting the wall.
Must have had some sort of checkup on the restart for Cameron Chandler. Let's look at the racing back here as the 96 of Andrew Stacy, the 10 Carlos Ortiz, and some others, Cole Wilson down the back straightaway, and Jamie McKinney in the 01. Down in 1 and 2.
Two player drivers trying to get past the two other other drivers, as into the wall a little bit.
Yeah, look, you can see the car is just completely loose. Off corner exit back there as well. Down to the inside goes Cole Wilson. He's going to try to clear him. Slide job on Ortiz. Ortiz looking back to the inside, though. My ticker is just, I don't know what it's doing at this point. It's never done this before, but okay. Side by side now, McKinney and Wilson. McKinney actually going to back out of that.
As they race down to turn number 2, as they're single file right now. There goes 10 car trying to make a move.
Down to the inside goes Ortiz for P6. He's running with a lot of momentum as of late. He is down to the inside of Andrew Stacy, racing with some of these playoff drivers. So the furthest playoff driver, I should say, up on the grid is Cameron Chandler. Furthest playoff car, which is Trenton Wilkin technically filling in for Landon Johnson, is 3rd.
As these guys back here are having a really tight battle. Here comes Connor, though, trying to make a pass to the back. You can see back there.
Asbell in the 72, side by side with Sela for 10th place. Sela almost in the wall. I think he might have hit it slightly. And they're going to race side by side down the front straightaway.
Everyone is trying to make it to the end right now.
Connor Asbell now trying to catch that Andrew Stacy group, which is now Carlos Ortiz leading that group.
Trenton Wilkin is just passed. Oh, Braden Hunsicker, as Hunsicker will now hit the wall after being passed by the 88 of Wilkin. So got to wonder if the handling on that 6 car is starting to go away. Now battle for the lead could be heating up with Trenton Wilkin starting to reel in Matthew White.
But Wilkin, always a person that loves to race a lot. He in the Chicagoland fun race we did, I think about a couple of weeks ago, he was really dominating that race as he's coming up to Matthew White, who has been leading as we got someone in the wall back here. That's Andrew Stacy.
Yeah, another playoff car, the 96. Stacy currently running 7th. McKinney on his bumper. Yeah, back to the Trenton Wilkin and Matthew White situation. They had a great battle with all the pit strategy in Chicagoland in the Lobbies Gen 4 race, and they're going to try to carry that over tonight as down to the inside goes McKinney on Andrew Stacy. And that 96 car is definitely starting to struggle. It's coming to lap number 20 in just a few moments with 31 to go till the halfway break.
Yeah, I don't think he really practiced tire saving, and I think that's going to get him later in the race.
Yeah, this is a track where you need to save tires. I mean, if there's a track where you think of tire saving, it's Darlington.
Into the wall. Wow, a bunch of people are feeling that outside wall in turn number 2.
Richmond is also another track. You can see a couple other worn out short ovals as well. But yeah, Darlington's definitely one of the big ones as they head down the front straightaway. Here comes Connor Asbell looking to get 9th, or I should say 8th place away. He currently runs 9th, battling with the fellow playoff driver, Andrew Stacy. 3 playoff drivers are under a blanket here with Stacy, Asbell, and Wilson, as now Asbell back to the inside of Stacy. Asbell has been methodically making his way up to the field. Oh! But he almost gets into Andrew Stacy, and they will both somehow save it. But here comes momentum from Cole Wilson. Where's he going to go?
Yeah, Andrew Stacy's car is not up to speed right now. Something happened. I think tires are really starting to get to him now. He's going to have to find pace soon.
Into the wall.
Cole Wilson hard into the outside wall. Also, some drivers like Braden Hunziker and Cameron Chandler hit that turn to wall a little bit softer, but still hit that wall. We are seeing the heel handling race cars right now, just getting super loose here at Darlington.
Yeah, it's just, that's another characteristic of Darlington Raceway. When your car is loose at the track too tough today, it might not be fun for drivers that aren't named Kyle Larson. Down to the inside goes Pfeiffer on Wilson. And Pfeiffer's going to have to back out. Cole Wilson currently running in 10th. Here's the 72 of Connor Asbell trying to regain momentum on Stacy. Down the front straightaway they go. Matt Grab starting to catch up to Cameron Chandler. That would be the battle for 4th. Oh, Chandler on the wall once again. Here comes Matt Grab on his bumper. Gotta wonder how much the conditions are going to change once the sun continues to go down.
Track temp right now is 81, so it's not too hot, but I guess it's enough for these tires to go down a little bit as, testing a little bit. There is, once these cars run on the track, there might be some rubber on the top forming as with the new debris in iRacing, so we might see shipping lines later in the race.
25 laps in as here is Matt Grab to the inside of Cameron Chandler. Looking to get that 4th place away. Matt Grab, your Homestead Miami Xfinity race winner. And Chandler already has big front end damage and probably some damage on the side, and he'll fall to P5 here early as now Carlos Ortiz starting to battle with Cameron Chandler. He's down to the inside looking for 5th, and Chandler's just going to give that spot up.
Yeah, Cameron Chandler, who said before the race that he wasn't too optimistic about this race, and it's unfortunately for him showing up right now as he's currently running in 6th place, and Jamie McKinney is coming hard behind him.
Yeah, here comes the 01 of McKinney, currently running in 7th, but he looks like he has good long run pace. Connor Asbell has gotten around Andrew Stacy, and Stacy has fallen 9th. You can see Pfeiffer now battling with Cole Wilson for 10th, and that battle continues down the front straightaway. Stevenson is sideways down there. Erdman as well, trying to do something.
But I think Trent Wilkin might be closing out Matthew White a little bit more.
We will see up front.
Yep, he was the 88 car of Trenton Wilkin was 1/10 faster than Matthew White this lap. Let's see in the lap that is going to be completed right now how faster or slower he is, he's 1/10 slower than Matthew White.
Matthew White, I saw, had a bit of a bobble. Trent Wilkins' car looks pretty stable. And we'll see if Wilkin is able to catch him. So that's a weird angle as they head down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4. So you got Matthew White, of course, he's led all the laps so far. There's Trenton Wilkin, the 88. Here is Matt Grabb starting to catch up to Braden Hunsicker, and I mentioned him in practice. Matt Grabb is a very, very good long-run driver, as we've seen all season long, especially and even last season. I believe he almost won this race a season ago in Darlington for the Xfinity Series. Came up short, and he's looking to get some redemption tonight. A little bit slower that time by, once again, for Trenton Wilkin than Matthew White. As we come to lap 30.
Like everyone is just starting to realize, just try to save tires as much as you can. People are trying to push early in the race, and the people who push early, I think, are starting to feel the effects of tires. As we got a battle back here, a little bit. Andrew Stacy in the 77.
Stevenson is pitted.
Yeah, no, he has not been in. He literally just took a hard hit to the inside wall on lap 28 in turn 2 and just totaled his race car. So that's race over for the driver of the number 40 BWT machine.
Wow. That's a big moment for him, as he will be out of the race, unfortunately. That's cheery. And now here is McKinney all over the back bumper of the 8 of Chandler. Once again, down the back straightaway, they continue to battle. Chandler, though, still your highest running playoff car, only in 6th place. Playoff drivers have not really had the best of days.
I think they're just trying to save until later in the race. I think they're just trying to save more than the normal drivers who aren't in the playoffs.
There you can see down the front straightaway, you saw that angle for a second. Here's the 01 once again pressuring the 8. And now battle for 3rd. Braden Hunsicker has now been caught by Matt Grabb and Carlos Ortiz.
Yep, Ortiz has been catching this group a lot throughout these last few laps, and now he's trying to make the pass for 3rd place in this battle between Braden Hunsicker, Matt Grabb, and Carlos Ortiz himself.
Cameron Chandler just let McKinney go. Now he's in the wall.
Andrew Stacey has looked a lot looser over the past couple of laps, and it looks like his car is really starting to slide around now.
Andrew Stacy currently running 9th. Now Pfeiffer on his bumper. He's looking to get into 9th place. Stacy could fall to 10th here. Cole Wilson currently 11th as they head down in the 3 and 4. There's Wilson. There's this 55 Asila. 13th place is Cole Clausen. Clausen has a big moment off corner exit, and he will save it.
As they go to turn 1 and 2, Andrew Stacy just trying to hold on at this point.
Yep, trying to hold on.
Oh, into the wall a little bit back there.
Sela in the 55. Is now Clausen's on his bumper. Almost goes down to the inside. Thinks better of it.
Yep, Andrew Stacy trying to hold on for 2 stage points, which is crucial now in these playoffs. He has started the playoffs with 2005 points in 5th place, I should say. And so that isn't that big of a difference between him and cut-off driver Landon Johnson in that 38, which is being replaced by Trenton Wilkin, who is running in 2nd currently. So yeah, 2 points are going to make the difference for sure between not making the next run and making it.
Sale looking to the outside of the 44 of Cole Wilson, and Cole Wilson really falling off the pace. He's currently out of the points for the playoffs, and he's got to really keep these tires going, and he looks like he's struggling on these older tires. Here is Pfeiffer now, starting to catch up to Stacy once again. Matt Grabb and Carlos Ortiz are battling side by side here in the 10:53. How about Carlos Ortiz?
Yeah, Carlos Ortiz, but there also is a lap car in front of the leaders. Looks like Matthew's trying to catch him.
Eli Tomlin, he catches him in a bad spot. He's looking down to the inside. Matthew White on Eli Tomlin. Oh, he turns the leader! Spinning is Matthew White. Caution. Caution's gonna. Yep. Okay. Caution comes out. Matthew White goes around, and we're gonna take a look at that. I thought he was going back in front of the field, but luckily he saves it. That 33 is not going the right direction. Let's take a look. Oh, it looks like Tomlin just hit the wall, and then hooks Matthew White, and around goes White. It's right along with Eli Tomlin. That's a big moment, though, for this race.
Right along with Eli Tomlin there.
He was really slow. Here comes White. Oh, yeah. Hit the wall and then hooks Matthew White. And hooks him once again. He spins down the back straightaway to bring out the second caution of the night. Trenton Wilkin will take the lead. That is very big. So I'm going to see how bad the damage is on that number 33 car. He's on pit road currently. So second caution of the night, lap 38. 13 laps to go till the halfway break. So we got leaders on pit road for the first time tonight.
Yep, 3 sets of tires for these drivers here tonight. Most likely going to be 2 as they pit right now. They're going to have to save a lot of tires because otherwise they might just run out of tires and have to hang on in Darlington. With all tires, it's not really recommended.
All right, so Matthew White's damage doesn't look terrible, but it's definitely not ideal. And if somebody could just give Urban the wave around, that'd be appreciated. As off pit road first is going to be Trenton Wilkins. Second's going to be Hunsicker. Third's going to be Matt Grab, CJ Urban.
All right.
And there is Matthew White, of course, your leader before. We're also going to try to fix the ticker real quick for you guys. As we're under the second caution of the night, lap number 39. And this is going to be a pretty quick shootout to the halfway break.
I think Iris is going to do that with Lucky Dog and stuff, unless he didn't enable that.
It's on, but I think Tomlin might have gotten it. Well, actually, he passed the leader. Before, I don't know. He might get it. I'm not really sure. All right, so let me just fix iRacing, or our ticker real quick, and we'll be underway.
I think Eli Thomas getting his lap back right now. Yes, Eli. Not Eli, CJ.
All right, hell yeah, it's the 0th caution of the night here in Darlington. As it still doesn't, I don't know what's going on with it, but okay.
That's fair.
So, here's Matthew White.
There's no visual damage to the 33 machine, but there is a risk of having tolling damage. So let's see how the pace with Matthew is.
Yep. All right, here we go. So White will be restarting in 13th, it looks like. As the pace car comes down pit road, ready to restart on lap 41 with 10 laps to go till the halfway break. Wilkin, side by side with Braden Hunsicker, back to the green flag in Darlington. Great restart for Wilkin.
And that outside lane that checks up a lot, especially from Daniel Silla on the rest of the field.
Oh! There goes! The 96 saves it.
He will, yeah, Andrew Stacy hangs on to a cars in the wall up there as well. Stacy's got to try to blend into the racing line as they're side by side. Cameron Chandler has damage, it looks like, in the 8 machine. He got squeezed by the 55 of Sela. Sela falls back side by side now with Cole Clausen. Trenton Wilkin, your leader. Oh, one of McKinney is loose. He door slams. Oh, and they're crashing. Caution's not going to come. Yes, it is. Caution out.
They were racing hard there on that restart, and it sure paid off there, as in Darlington is not really recommended to go side by side, but the issue was really Jamie McKinney getting really loose coming off turn 4 and just hitting the wall and then hitting Carlos Ortiz in that 10 car. So really unfortunate for both of these drivers.
It looks like McKinney hit the wall, yeah, and then, of course, like Jerry said, just hooks Carlos Ortiz. Let's ride along with Jamie McKinney through this accident to see exactly what went on to bring out our now 3rd caution of the night. Yeah, just got tight, into the wall he goes, and nothing Ortiz really could have done other than give McKinney more space. All right, under the caution here once again in Darlington. So I don't expect your leaders to pit. That would shock me if they did. And yeah, we are under the, I know it says first caution, but our ticker is really not cooperating tonight. We're under the third caution of the night. Erdman and Tomlin will be back on the lead lap. We got a couple of cars pitting back here. Matthew White included. Sela in the 55. You also got Cole Clausen in the 5 machine. But yeah, cars on pit road. All right, guys, so we're only going to have probably 6 or 5 to go until the halfway break once we get back underway. So what do we expect to see in these final few laps to try to win the stage?
A lot of chaos between the playoff drivers because, like we said before, stage points matter a lot now that we're in the postseason, because 1 point can make the difference between making the next round or not. So it's going to be really interesting to see the difference between the playoff drivers and the part-time drivers that are not in the playoffs, which are going to be a lot more conservative than the drivers that are in the postseason.
All right, so it's got 7 to go currently until the halfway break. So Matthew White, Carlos Ortiz is also pitted at saying, yeah, he is on pit road in the 10. And here comes Sela in the 55 off pit road. Sela just trying to repair some damage that he got on that restart. And hopefully for him, that gets all fixed. Okay, we're going to come to 1 to green, this time by in Darlington. Oh, I think I finally fixed my ticker.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Cameron did have damage, but it's fixed now.
Okay, I kind of fixed the ticker. It's a little bit more smooth. But, yeah. Oh, Cherry's on the track.
Cherry's daily appearance.
Have to avoid finishing last.
Okay. So here we go once again in Darlington. Ready to get this race back underway. As my ticker is going to break itself again. I don't know. We're going to have to get it figured out for the Southern 500 tomorrow night. Back underway. 5 laps to go to the halfway break.
Good start for most people. A clean start for most people.
Into 1 and 2 they go. Hunsicker there in the 6th. There is Matt Grab. You can see side by side here between the 77 and then Connor Asbell on the outside. Asbell going to go down low. And 3 wide down the front back straightaway for a second. Cameron Chandler getting squeezed in there as well. Almost contact between Wilson and Asbell. Come back to 4 to go, so the stage is official now. Even if there was a caution, this would be the official stage results. As they head down in turns number 1 and 2, here is Connor Asbell down to the inside, James McKinney, and Asbell really taking advantage of this caution. He is driving his way through the field.
Wilson, oh!
Whoa, 77 loose. And hits hard the inside wall.
And, in front of Tomlin, but I believe he's going to be able to hang on to it, so there will not be a caution. That's unfortunate for Pfeiffer. That might be night over for him.
I'll make sure he gets back to pit.
All right, 3 to go till the halfway break. Here is Cole Wilson and Cameron Chandler, former teammates, battling. Up to the outside they go once again.
Oh, Cole
big
Wilson
bobble.
really loose.
Here is Chandler to the inside of Wilson. up front. Look at this big gap Trenton Wilkin has came into. Look at where Matthew White is. He's 6 seconds behind the pace. He definitely does not have pace in that 33 anymore.
Or maybe he's trying to save some tires for after the stage.
Yeah. Could be both.
Yeah.
Here is Cole Wilson looking to the inside of Cameron Chandler first for a second. He's going to go back single file as they're going to come to 1 to go till the halfway break here at Darlington. This big group.
Turn 1.
Here's Matt Grabb trying to get to the back bumper of Braden Hunsicker. They will head down the front straightaway yet again. Down to the inside for a playoff, or I should say a stage point, is Cole Wilson on Cameron Chandler, nearly 3 wide off the final corner. Braden, or I should say, I don't know why I said Braden. Trenton Wilkins going to win the stage. Hunsicker going to be second, Grabb third. As they all will come to the line, the caution will come out. All right. Good first half of racing here in Darlington. Sorry it's a little bit messy on our part. Just the new year, not really. We have some changes here technical-wise, and some things kept going kind of wrong with that tonight, but it will all be mostly ironed out tomorrow night for the Southern 500. And yeah, as you can take a look at the beautiful sunset nearly gone. At Darlington, we're under the halfway break. So Trent Wilkin gets the stage victory after Matthew White, of course, had that issue. So White currently running in 12th. Let's take a look at that 33 machine. There he is on the back straightaway, Matthew White. He has a bit of damage still left on the 33, but I think if Matthew White can get that damage repaired here under this caution flag, he will be able to get back into this race. All right.
As I guess Cole, how was the car feeling during those last couple of laps in the stage?
It felt pretty good. I like the tires a lot when they're new, so definitely gonna have to try and save them.
All right. Well, hopefully the second stage has the same outcome. As a couple people pitted, a couple stayed out. It was kind of a split.
Yes, so Braden Hunsicker, Jamie McKinney, Cameron Chandler, a big one here. Carlos Ortiz, Sela, Erdman, White, Tomlin are all going to stay out. And now Wilkin, Grabb, Wilson, Stacy, Asbell, Clausen, Pfeiffer, and others coming down pit road. Here comes Connor Asbell. And this is big for the 88 of Wilkin. He is going to restart probably 11th, I'd have to imagine. My ticker would just work for 5 seconds. But yeah, we'll be underway here in Darlington once again for the second half in just a few moments. Stay tuned from the Darlington Raceway. As Braden Hunsicker will now have the lead.
Some people want to go back to the back again. So, hopefully round 2 goes better for them. I think we're coming to 1 to go this time. Indeed we are.
Update on fuel. Some of the people that stayed out might not be able to make it to the end on gas.
Alright. We'll have to see.
Everyone that pit under that caution will be good to go, though. So, Hunsicker, McKinney, and Chandler, look out for them to see if they might need a caution to save fuel or take more later on.
I mean, consider it was Darlington, and it wouldn't be out of the question. As, Carrie, you're in the car, right? You driving right now?
I am on the garage once again.
Okay.
All right, ready to get the second half underway here in Darlington. So Braden Hunsicker, Jamie McKinney now going to be on the front row after, of course, they will both stay out. Then you got Trent Wilkin. He's going to be restarting in 8th. Here we go, once again for the restart at Darlington Raceway. on lap number 55, the second half in the Xfinity Series race. The playoff opener at Darlington is back underway. Good start for Hunsicker down to the inside. And now here comes Cameron Chandler side by side with the Owen and McKinney. Carlos Ortiz now looking under McKinney. Oh, bobble back there. The 44, Cole Wilson, nearly went around, and here's the 10. And here we go for the lead. Cameron Chandler on Braden Hunsicker. He's going to drive around the 6 and take the lead.
First playoff driver right now to lead a lap here. As here comes the 10 car of Carlos Ortiz. Also
What a
having
run.
pace.
What a run for Carlos Ortiz tonight in the second, and he's chasing down that 8 machine of Cameron Chandler.
Is Carlos Ortiz trying to make a move on Cameron Chandler? We'll have to see.
Currently on his bumper, looks down low for a second in his dirty air. They're trying to get another run around that outside as they head down the front straightaway yet again.
Grant Wilkin tries to get around the 44 of Cole Wilson, but can't.
Looking back here is
Dave.
Andrew Stacy. Connor Asbell didn't have a very good start. He's currently 9th. Here is Cole Wilson sliding, and here we go for the lead. Down to the inside, will drop back in line is Carlos Ortiz.
Carlos Ortiz trying to have. He did not make the. I don't think. Is he full time?
No, he's full-time at Cup.
Alright. But he's just racing for fun tonight. Cameron, on the other hand, is trying to win against Connor Aswell in the playoff fight. Let's see if Carlos Ortiz goes around him, because they're both teammates right now.
Yeah, but remember, Ortiz does not have a lot lined up for next season just yet with Team Chevy Motor Club. He's down to the inside of Cameron Chandler once again. He's not making any friends. Chandler's in the wall! And Carlos Ortiz takes the lead. Chandler once again in the wall. Hunsicker will be back to second place. Here comes Matthew White on the inside of third.
I think that rubber buildups finally coming into play after running enough tires. If you look closely, you can see some rubber buildup up there. I think people are going to have to start running a line below.
Oh!
As they all wrecked, almost.
Cole Wilson was sideways. Matt Grubb on his outside. There's the 88 Wilkin up to the outside, trying to make it maybe a 2-for-1 on the outside of Wilkin. Now trying to go to the outside of Matt Grubb as well.
These guys trying not to wreck. They're just trying to keep it straight. But most of these guys are trying to gain positions early, so when they tires fall off, they don't lose so many positions later in the run.
Into the wall goes McKinney. Now Matt Grubb with momentum. Where is he going to go? He'll stay in line. Now,
the inside.
yes, he is. He's looking to the quarter panel of McKinney in the 01.
These guys could be holding up Cole Wilson. We'll have to see if Cole tries to pass them.
Oh, McKinney!
Whoa.
A big moment. He get the drop out of the gas, and he's in the wall.
Trying to keep it straight. And he does.
And now up front, we can see the 8 of Chandler still in the bumper, the 33 of White. And Matthew White trying to reel in Carlos Ortiz, who has just had a phenomenal start to the second half.
Both of them trying to make positions, especially Cameron Chandler. Just trying to get a stage, trying to get a win here that would really give him some leverage over Connor Asbell. As it's been a really fun night here in Darlington, and it's been a really aggressive one as well.
Ortiz is going to look in his...
Matthew White, who took a spin done by the, well, caused by the, I don't remember which driver. I think it was the 90...
Eli Tomlin.
Oh, yeah. Eli Tomlin in the 90 car caused him to spin out. Matthew had some damage from that wreck, and now he's back to second, trying to catch Carlos Ortiz in that 10 car.
Carlos Ortiz looks in his mirror and he sees the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion, Matthew White, closing up.
Matthew White has been a hit-and-miss driver with this track. Of course, usually when you qualify as good, something bad happens, and nothing's happened yet.
Well, he...
And Yeah,
He was able to
stay like
rebound
that.
from what happens when he spun
Yeah.
out. Now he's second. Fix the damage. He's trying to look down to the inside of the 10 of Carlos Ortiz.
Here comes Trenton, but on the back bumper of Huntsicker.
Wilkin needs to go. He's on fresh tires. He's got to take advantage of them.
He's trying to look to the inside of Huntsicker, trying to get around him. Oh, almost into the six of Trent Wilkin as they're side by
Whoa.
side, exiting the turn.
Oh, Wilkin blinks. That's not going to be good for Huntsicker or Wilkin. It's now Cole Wilson to the inside of Matt Grab. And Matthew White's going to run the wall. Carlos Ortiz going to be down low. White's in the wall, but here comes Cameron Chandler. On the, yeah, if I can actually talk for 5 seconds. On the bottom, as Chandler's going to be back in line and will continue to fight on the bumper of White.
See how these drivers are used basically, for example, Ortiz took the bottom on 3 on 4 in the previous lap, and Matthew White took the top. That's how tough it is to pass a Darlington. You have to do something different from the driver up front, as Matthew White still trying so desperately to make a pass on Carlos Ortiz for the lead.
Here comes Trent Wilkin.
Yep, here comes Trenton Wilkin for the third on Cameron Chandler. Matthew White's got to look at his mirror. He's got to be worried that 88 is going to be on his bumper soon. Wilkin, though, trying to get around Chandler. He's going to push him nearly into the wall. He'll have to back out. Chandler is in the wall. Here comes Cole Wilson as well.
And Matthew is thanking Cameron for holding Trenton Wilkin off, so that way he can just battle more calmly for the lead to try to pass Carlos Ortiz.
As it looks like he's getting a run at Carlos now. Carlos is a little bobbling as they head into turn one. Matthew White, how damaged. He spun and is now back up as the contact in the back.
Side by side, Wilkin will be the third. He put Chandler in the wall just slightly. And now Trenton Wilkin starting to catch up to Matthew White with Chandler on the bumper of Wilson. And Chandler will lose 2 spots from that one. He's back to 5th.
Trent Wilkin is starting to fall back a little bit. Cole Wilson in the top 5. He's been excellent so far as he tries to get around these couple of people in front of him to maybe steal a win here.
Here comes Matthew White once again, trying to reel in Carlos Ortiz.
Matthew White just trying to get around Carlos. Trying anything, trying different lines even. Looks like nothing's working right now.
Here comes Wilkin, yep. On the bumper of White. He gets him loose. He's up the racetrack. Wilkin fighting with momentum, and now you got Cole Wilson in the 4th as well. These top 4 all battling for the win with 31 to go in Darlington.
And this is stock car racing at its best.
Darlington always proving good racing here.
Oh, Ortiz to the wall. Now here comes White to the outside for the lead. Wilkin goes with him. They're nearly 3 wide.
Oh, they almost went 3 right, yeah.
Where's Wilkin to go? Cole Wilson on the bottom as well. They're side by side for the lead.
And Matthew White takes the lead from Carlos Ortiz. But here comes Cole Wilson.
Trenton Wilkin now to the outside. Oh, what a move by the 88 machine. He'll clear the 10. And now Cole Wilson to the inside. And here comes Wilkin.
Wilkin, I think, had a lot faster pace than Matthew White. Gets to him.
They make contact.
Bumper.
And they're almost 3 wide behind him with Matt Grab getting around Chandler. And they're side by side with Wilson and Ortiz.
The battle for the lead is really starting to heat up now as they go into turn 1.
Contact! In the wall goes Ortiz. They're 3 wide. Ortiz up the track. Huntsicker gets around him, and that's a big moment for your former leader, Carlos Ortiz.
And a lot of time lost for Cole Wilson and those people behind.
Yeah. As they go into turn 1 and 2, I think the battle for the lead is starting to heat up again. I can't see right now.
Nope.
Here we go. Trenton Wilkin looks to the inside. White tries the block. He's there. Wilkin for the lead. Matthew White gets an amazing run on the top. He'll clear Wilkin once more. Oh, but he's there. Side by side down the back straightaway. Who is going to drive it in deeper? White, Wilkin. Wilkin's going to clear him. Your new leader in Darlington, Trenton Wilkin in the 88. Oh, but White's not giving
Here
up.
goes Matthew.
He's back on his bumper. Where's he going to go? Phenomenal battle for the lead. With just about 25 to go in Darlington. 27 to be exact. And Trenton Wilkin is your new leader once more in that Chevrolet. Battle here.
It's been an entertaining one to watch, but probably not for the drivers because they kept getting loose out of most of the corners as Connor Aswell is trying to make his way up for the field.
Andrew Stacy to the inside of Jamie McKinney. That is the battle for 8th place, and Stacy's going to clear McKinney for that spot. He'll try to rebound with Connor Aswell ahead of him. Oh, in the wall goes Andrew Stacy on the back straightaway. Here goes McKinney with momentum. And here is Chandler falling back once again, just like he did in the initial long run.
Ray Hunsaker against the wall a little bit. And Chandler's trying to get around him, it looks like.
Connor Aswell back there currently running in 7th. And here is Matthew White nearly getting passed by Matt Grab. Matt Grab has long run pace as always. He's to the inside of White, who's in the wall. Matthew White slams the wall big time. And Matt Grab will clear him for 2nd place. Can Matt Grab reel in Trenton Wilkin?
Let's look at Ray Hunsaker going for the battle with Cole Wilson.
Hunsaker's the only driver in the top 7 currently to never win in the Xfinity Series.
Matt Grab, who is faster than Trenton Wilkin, he was approximately almost 2/10 faster that time around, and he might be able to have a chance to win this race.
Here is Hunsaker to the door of Cole Wilson. He's sliding. They make contact. Sliding is Hunsaker once again off corner exit.
Just into getting into contact with him as he's trying. Oh!
Wilson in the wall hard, and he's gonna be able to save it. Oh, but here comes Andrew Stacy to his inside. He gets loose.
Oh, it's made contact. He almost went around.
Man, this is wild.
What a battle all around Darlington. Now Stacy looking inside once again on Cole Wilson.
Oh.
McKinney gets in the wall. Battle up front. It's about 7/10 between Matt Grab and Trent Wilkin. Wilkin has been running a bit faster. Matt Grab must have had a mistake somewhere because Matthew White is starting to close back to his bumper.
As here comes the 72 O'Connor. Asbel. Oh! 44 is loose. He saves it.
Andrew Stacy is sideways as well as more technical difficulties pop up here. Apologize for that once again. Looking for 0 in the Southern 500, hopefully.
We got a battle between the 8-car Chandler and the 72 car of Asbel. Both trying to get more playoff points than the other. They're both fighting for the #1 spot right now.
Andrew Stacy in the wall hard. He's sideways. He drove it and made a slide jump on McKinney. And he got Cole Wilson falling back as well. 20 to go in Darlington.
Cole Wilson might be hoping for a caution soon. And speaking of what he said earlier, I don't know about fuel, but I think fuel might become to a factor like Cole Wilson said earlier. As I'm pretty sure Cameron Chandler hasn't pitted yet, so they might pit soon. If not, if they need it at all.
I heard something explode.
Same.
Oh, it's hard. The wall goes to Erdman, I believe. He might have been the one.
Erdman?
CJ Urban all the way back here in the 94. You got Tomlin. They're going to be lapped in a minute if they keep up that pace.
Goes Cameron! They both
Chandler,
stack up.
Chandler somehow saves it. My God. There's just too many things to keep track of at this point.
Yeah, we just heard someone's sound like blow their engine, and I don't know who.
I think it was me. I don't know how.
My ticker
car running.
My ticker's high again, so that's just great with 18 to go.
Yeah, it's showing a meatball to me. I don't know how. Well, whatever.
It's a normal Team Chevy Motor Club engine right there.
As they go out of turn #2. As Andrew Stacy, he's had a loose car all day. He is struggling, I think, to have that loose in their car. But Connor Asbel trying to close up on the #8 of Chandler.
Stacy trying to keep it smooth. He's currently running in 7th, but he's loose. Got a car pitting CJ Ehrman. Same thing with Eli Tomlin. Green flag pit stop starting to start in Darlington.
Guys, Matt Grappy is being faster right now than Trent Wilkin. We might have a battle here.
Here comes
later.
Macrab. I just saw a car with a ton of damage at Sela. Must have hit the wall really hard or something.
It's been really good night for racing here, especially at Darlington, and it's proving that right now. Trent Wilkin might have some heat onto him sooner or later with Matt Grapp, who is known for saving tires at the very end. But when we start to get 10 laps to go, you know, we'll see the drivers start pushing a lot harder than they are right now.
Here is Braden Hunsicker currently running in 4th. Chandler there in 5th. As more battles continue to go on. So Matt Grapp closed in a bunch in one of the laps, then he lost a bit that time by.
Yeah, he lost this time by again. I just jinxed him.
Okay, so he hasn't been the most consistent with pace. He has a really good lap, and then he falls off a bit.
Might be because of that dirty air a little bit.
McKinney to the inside of Andrew Stacy. He'll back out of it, just barely. As now, here comes Cameron Chandler.
Oh, McKinney a little bit in the wall back there, I'm pretty sure.
Cameron Chandler now putting pressure on Braden Hunsicker. That's for 4th currently, and then you got Connor Asbell behind Cameron Chandler. They've been your 2 best most of the regular season.
They go into turn number 3 and 4. These 2 drivers are fighting for the most points here. Both of these drivers, they have the most points in the regular season, and they're trying to carry that all the way to the to Kansas. As I think they're keeping about the same pace. I think.
Oh! Wilkin is loose, and now we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Macrab.
He hit the wall there a little bit coming into turn 1, and now McGrath has been able to build his back bumper.
He's to the inside. Battle for the lead in Darlington. 12 laps to go. Side by side, they try to side draft. They nearly make contact. They're door to door. They leaning on each other. They nearly push each other in the wall. And it looks like Grab's going to back out of it for a second, and Wilkin will take the lead back.
Or McGrath, you suffer from the lack of side force that you get from running side by side, which is really notorious here at a racetrack like Darlington.
He's back that again, though.
Yeah, he's really trying to drive it in deep.
We gotta wreck in the back a little bit. They keep it straight, though.
It was Carlos. Yeah, Ortiz has damage, but he's still going, and we're going to be under green once again. And we're still green. 11 to go, though, in Darlington. Matt Grab trying to reel in Wilkin. So I don't think they have to pit up front. We saw Urban and Tomlin pit. I don't think they do. Trenton Wilkin definitely doesn't. Wilkin does, and he pitted under the halfway break. And then those cars that stayed out, they may have to pit.
I'm kind of with you right there, but, you know, anything could happen. I'm pretty sure Connor Asbell pitted. Cameron did not, so he's running for these tires. So Connor gets loose a little bit.
Saw that in the back. As we got a lap car, Sela going to be in the way of the leaders. Wilkin has a moment with 10 to go. Oh, he's in the wall! Matt Grab will slam into him, and Matt Grab going to take the lead. A big moment is now. Wilkin's going to be back into second place. The lap car on the bottom of the racetrack. As they head down the front straightaway.
We got battles all over the place. We got a battle back there for, pretty sure, 5th it is.
Matthew White now in the bumper of Trenton Wilkin. And oh, he's in the wall once again. Wilkin has been falling off the pace big time as of late. Oh, he's going to slam the wall and almost spin. Oh. There's something wrong with the 88. He's going to pull it down pit road, and that's going to be night over. It looks like for Trenton Wilkin, he's going to probably reset. Wow.
Excellent battle all the way to the end. And speaking of that, while that was happening, Cameron Chandler got around Braden Hunsicker. It looks like Connor Asbell is trying to do the same. There goes Connor Asbell. I think 5th it is.
To the inside he goes on Braden Hunsicker, and yeah, Matt Grab just pulled the behind the wall. He is done. Or not Matt Grab. I don't know why I just said that. Trenton Wilkin pulled the behind the wall. He is done. Now here in Darlington after a great day.
Kind of still trying to get around Hunsicker. He's slow right now.
Yeah, Braden Hunsicker has been falling off at the pace as of late with 7 laps to go in Darlington. Matt Grab. Ooh.
The 55 is
Sela.
slow.
Yeah, Sela he's gonna look like he's gonna pull it back on the track. At least try to. Urban now, he's a lap down. Here comes the 72 of Asbel.
The inside.
For the lead, it's about half a second between Matt Grab and Matthew White with 6 laps to go. Oh, Braden Hunsicker is completely sideways. But yeah, the dominant car as of late. Trenton Wilkin is retired after just too much damage from slamming the wall multiple times. He is done for the day.
Coming to 5 to go.
And Matthew White has fallen back by about another half of a second with the last couple of laps.
Oh, tries to get to the inside of him. Connor Asbell does.
Hunsicker slides, and there is Asbell in the 72. Oh, in the wall goes the 8 of Chandler.
And this battle between Brennan Hunsicker and Connor Asbell is the only hope for drivers like Carl Wilson or Carlos Ortiz or Cole Clausen to try to improve their results from finishing just barely in the top 10, because a caution might come out and we might have a green-white checker.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh! Clausen, or I don't know, okay. Asbell to the inside of Hunsicker. Clausen in 8th.
Whoa!
They're
In
both
the
in the
wall.
wall. They both slammed the wall. My God. This long run is not helping these drivers back here. And then up front, it's Matt Grab. Just trying to bring it home, coming to 3 laps to go. And
Yeah.
back here, McKinney.
55 is really starting to be slow right now. He's in front of Cole Clausen and Cole Wilson. What's it called? Matt Grab's coming to 2 laps to go.
Matt Grab just does not want to see the caution flag. That's the last thing he wants to see. He's got about a 1.4 second lead. He can probably just kind of cruise for now. Just doesn't want to see a caution.
Yeah, Matt Grab, who really starts on parks every single race because he has dinner halfway throughout the races mostly. But when he can race a full race and he's just showed up here at Darlington, he's really good in the long runs. And now he's about to take the white flag here at Darlington.
Matt Grab looking for his 2nd career Xfinity Series win. Of course, made the Cup Series playoffs this season as he takes the white flag on the green. Next flag will end it. It's official. Matt Grab takes the final lap.
Matt Grab is trying to bring it home as we got a battle back here for, I think, last it is.
Okay. As Matt Grab heads down the back straightaway for the final time, he was able to get around Wilkin with about 10 laps to go. Has a very, very good long-run car. This is going to give him big momentum heading into the Southern 500 tomorrow night. Off turn 4 for the final time. Matt Grab's going to see the checker flag. He is going to win the Xfinity race in Darlington.
Oh. First winner of 2025. He already won at a kind of similar racetrack like Homestead Miami Speedway, and now he conquers the track too tough to tame.
Matt Grab, your winner here tonight. It's a 2nd career Xfinity Series win. He was so close to winning this race a season ago, and now he gets the job done tonight. And we're going to have post-race interviews coming up, but Matt Grab will get the job done in Darlington. Post-race interviews coming up from the track Too Tough Today for the Xfinity Series playoff opener. It was a show tonight. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yep, a lot of action throughout the field, and we had those few laps there with battles for the lead between Carlos Ortiz, Matthew White, also drivers like Trenton Welcome as McGrath does his burnout, and also McGrath evidently, as he does his burnout down the front straightaway.
First driver to burn it down in 2025. And he kicks off the Xfinity Series playoffs. He's not a full-time driver or a playoff driver, of course, in Xfinity, but he's going to be trying to do the same exact thing to try to sweep the weekend by winning the Southern 500 tomorrow night in the Cup Series. Matt Grab, your race winner in Darlington. And that will do it after a wild night in the Xfinity Series. The track too tough to tame. More where that came from tomorrow night. 180 laps for the Southern 500 in the Cup Series. One of the biggest races of the Cup Series season. Matt Grab going to do a Polish victory lap to celebrate winning in Darlington. And yeah, it was definitely a tough night of tire saving, but when it counted, the driver that is probably one of the best on the long runs, Matt Grab, gets the job done. I said from the beginning, watch Matt Grab tonight, especially if we get long runs with tire saving. And what do you know? He goes to victory lane.
Yeah, he's a driver that always has the patience to buy his time, and he just showed dividends right now.
And he will complete his Polish victory lap, heading down the front straightaway once again here in Darlington. All right. Oh, and there's Cole Clausen. Okay. That will do it. All right. Matt Grab is, for some reason, still going. That thing is... It's not really going in the right direction. The back wheels are doing a bit of a crab walk, but...
Whatever.
Okay. All right, there we go. So that will do it from Darlington. Very fun night to start the playoffs. If you guys enjoyed that, Matt Grab is still going. Okay. We'll have post-race interview soon enough once Matt Grab parks his car and we can get an interview with him. Unfortunately, you really can't go to the victory lane here at Darlington. You saw it in the background just peeking out, but you really can't go there, unfortunately. All right. And he comes to a spit stall. To wrap it up at Darlington. Very fun night at the track too tough to tame. The lights are now on as we prepare for the Southern 500 tomorrow night. All right, post-race interviews coming up. Will be held by me and Richard Cherry. And yeah, okay. So once again, post-race interviews coming up here at Darlington Raceway. First up, going to be your winner, Matt Grab, in the number 53 machine. Matt Grab, you had a great charge here at the end of the race. So how were you able to get around Trenton Wilkin in the final closing laps, keep it calm, and pull away from Matthew Way for your second Xfinity win of the season?
It was kind of crazy, honestly. So, first it was kind of figuring things out. I didn't even know if I was gonna run this race, actually. I was like, you know what, I should probably do it because I don't really have anything else to do, and I need to prepare for a cup tomorrow because, you know, playoffs, it actually matters then. So first stint I was kind of figuring out, and then I was like, oh, I actually have pace. I'm actually gonna run this full thing. And then second stint, I took tires at the stage, and initially I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work. But they had a whole pack in front of me, and they were racing really hard. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back here behind them. They can shred their stuff. I'll just wait. And that's exactly what happened. And drove through the field really easily afterwards. And getting around Wilkin was a little hard, but eventually he ran himself into the fence, and then I was able to get around. So it was a lot of fun though. These guys, they were racing really hard today, but they were also racing really clean, which you don't see a lot sometimes. So shout out to all the guys that raced today. It was a lot of fun.
So Mac, how does it feel to win at the toughest racetrack of them all, to win in this schedule?
I know a lot of people say Darlington's like the hardest track and everything. I actually love Darlington. I hit the wall maybe like 3 times the whole race, and you look at other races, I'll hit the wall like 6 or 7 times. It's crazy. So I don't know why, but I feel like I just kind of click with this track. I honestly, going into this, I was like, oh my God, I love Darlington. I know everybody else was like, oh, I hate Darlington. So yeah, it was a lot of fun racing here, and it'll set me up pretty good for tomorrow.
All right, so of course, great job on the win tonight, and we will see you in tomorrow night's Cup Series playoff opener, the Southern 500 at Darlington.
Yeah, it was fun telling you guys. And shout out to my dad, cause today I actually had a new addition to the sim rig, and it was a gaming chair, right? And I've been putting it off for a while. I got it for Christmas, but we put it together today, and I pulled it into the sim rig right before the race, and I ended up winning with this thing. So I guess behind every good iRacer is a gaming chair, and I guess I found mine. So that was pretty cool.
All right, well, nice job, of course, and we'll see you tomorrow in Darlington.
Yep, see you then.
So coming up next is going to be Cameron Chandler. Cameron Chandler, a very, very eventful night for you guys. We saw you in the wall a couple times with damage. You made some great saves tonight, and somehow you ultimately will come home with a very solid third-place finish. So take through that night you had tonight in Darlington.
Yeah, we started off after the first caution. We gave Huntsicker a small little bump, and somehow that's 30 seconds optional. So the whole first long run, we were just really slow, really tight. And we came in, got it all fixed, started moving forward. For some reason, on like a little bit in the restart, I decided to let by Ortiz and um scraped the wall, lost a ton of spots from that, and then got walled by Welkin and lost even more. So I don't know why I did that, and we all were so slow just in that pack. So if I didn't, I don't know, I should have just kept the lead and tried to run off in the sunset.
So Cameron, how are you able to keep your cool despite hitting the wall there a few times and for a moment did the race having damage to your front bumper?
Yeah, honestly, I was concerned at the beginning. I thought I thought I was just awful, and then came in, got the damage fixed, and saw that we were actually at speed. So honestly, didn't have a typical crash out that you guys thankfully can't hear, but still pretty upsetting to finish third here.
All right, well, we will see you next week in Michigan.
Yep, thank you.
So coming up next with post-race interviews is going to be fourth-place driver Connor Asbell. So Connor Asbell, pretty decent night for you guys in Darlington. It'll be P4 for the first playoff race of the night. So ultimately, how do you feel about this finish, a top 5 at the track Too Tough to Tame in the first playoff race?
Really just iffy about it. I mean, I finished 4th on the stage as well, so it's like kind of got points. Either way, I think me and Cameron are already kind of locked into the next round. But had a great car, made a pit strategy staying out at the halfway, and kind of just fell through. Started actually saving my tires a little bit more, then got to 4th and stayed there.
So Connor, what was your game plan before the race? Because it called my attention, it called our attention how you went to the back of the field, and we're just debating if that was the best option because you are in the back, you're more likely to get involved in wrecks. So what was your game plan before the race?
Do a Donahue and start from the back and just move up towards the front. I mean, there's some risks to it, but worked out in the end.
All right, well, we will see you next week in Michigan, and good job on the top 5 finish.
Yep.
All right, so coming up next with post-race interviews is going to be your 6th-place finisher, Jamie McKinney. So Jamie McKinney, a pretty eventful second half for you guys. We saw you guys sideways, but you'll still come home with a very solid P6 finish. So tell me about how your car was handling in the closing laps of this one.
Well, it was honestly really bad, especially from the damage I got from earlier with wait, what is his name again? Let me check. Carlos, sorry. But overall, I think the race was pretty fun. I mean, we were slipping and sliding every single lap, and not a big fan of the 55. I don't know what he was doing in those final laps, but I was behind him on the straightaway, and it seemed like he just hit the wall. Then he slowed down so fast I didn't have time to react, and I just slammed into him and broke something. So I don't know, but overall, I thought we had a decent top 5 car, but just didn't pit during the stage, so we kind of fell back a little bit. But I'm alright.
So Jamie, I didn't call my attention how you were racing today because I personally didn't talk to you since the championship finale at Phoenix. So are we gonna see you now in more cup races? Or this is just because of winter break and everything?
I'm not sure, but we'll see. And I'll be back tomorrow, so just letting you know that.
All right.
All right. Well, we will see you, of course, in tomorrow night's Southern 500.
Yep, see ya.
Okay, next up is Andrew Stacy. He came home 7th in the first playoff race of the season. So, Andrew Stacy, in your first ever Xfinity Series playoff race, you'll come home 7th at the track Too Tough to Tame Darlington Raceway. So, ultimately, how do you feel about your day? You guys kind of ran 10th to 7th all day long, and is that where you guys kind of expected to run, or were you expecting maybe a bit more?
I mean, I'm fine. I was expecting it. Seeing how many there was only 4 playoff drivers, I just wanted to finish. I just wanted to finish consistent and just not miss. I mean, I think I did good. I think I messed up with my setup a bit. It was definitely too loose, especially on older tires. But yeah, we got a good finish. I think we'll strive for better coming up to Michigan. So.
So Andrew, it called my attention how I was seeing you kind of like with well, never mind in this part, but were you able to keep your head cool despite, because I saw you hitting the wall and just getting really loose really often, especially coming after into, how were you able to keep your head cool?
I mean, I already saw that I was falling off from the pack, so I just try to keep it consistent. I was a bit like mad about myself for keeping it getting it too loose, but I was like, I was just thinking that I messed up my setup, and it was happening to our other teammates with the same setup, so that's why Casey also got wrecked. So, I mean, I already knew it was a bad setup, but so I just try to determine just not wreck.
All right, well, still nice job on the top 10 finish tonight for the first playoff race of the season, and we will see you next week in Michigan.
Thank you.
Coming up next for post-race interviews is going to be 8th place finisher Cole oh, never mind, he left. All right, coming up next then, as we're going to look down the field, is going to be 9th place finisher Carlos Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz, you guys had great speed in the number 10 Chevrolet here tonight. You were leading, led I think about 10, 15 laps, and then unfortunately it looked like you guys hit the wall and just could never recover. So take him through what happened there.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're going to try this once again in a minute. All right, we'll try this coming up. All right, we're gonna skip him for a second, and next up for post-race interview is gonna be Eli Tomlin. He came home in 13th. So Eli Tomlin, you guys will come home in 13th place. So it overall looked like you guys didn't have the best of days. So what was going on with your car throughout this entire race?
No, I don't know, man. Even in doing some practices with the team earlier today, I could never get a good handle on it. But proud of Andrew having a good run. He looked pretty good up there all day. And then me and CJ, we played a tire strategy at the end of the race. We didn't pit with that caution at the end of the stage, just praying for another caution since we had 2 sets of tires remaining, and it just didn't go our way. But you'll have races like that.
So Eli, unfortunately, I don't have any questions personally for you. Just sorry for this race today, and hope the next races are better for you.
Hey, thank you, man. And quick shout out to Matthew White, who I wrecked when I was lapped. That's my bad, and I was not trying to mess him up at all.
All right, well, we'll see you in tomorrow night's Southern 500 in Darlington.
All right, thanks, Ethan. Have a good night, man.
You too. Okay, so we're going to try one more time here with Carlos Ortiz, and we'll see if this works. So, Carlos, we tried before. Can you hear us now? Oh, clearly not. Okay, so that's just going to do it. So that should just about wrap it up here tonight in Darlington. So any final thoughts, Cheery, before we wrap it up?
Oh, I mean, well, what I said before, it was a pretty exciting race with every single battle throughout the field, with this cars getting really loose, and the Cup race with more stable cars, though. But we're going to have a expanded field because the Cup Series is more known, obviously. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see guys like Aiden Donahue, Matthew White, Dylan Banks, Braden, and from then on, underdogs like Payson Lynch, Carlos Ortiz, and everybody else. And race winner from today, McGrath.
And yeah, that's going to, of course, be coming up tomorrow night. It's one of our crown jewel events in the Cup Series, the season number 3, Southern 500 for the Cup Series playoff opener. That will do it for tonight. We hope you enjoyed a very, very fun Xfinity Series race in Darlington. So on behalf of all officials, team owners, drivers, commentators, everyone involved in making this league what it is, we'll see you tomorrow night in the Southern 500 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, that's when the stream starts, and we'll be green at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time. So good night from Darlington Raceway. We'll see you tomorrow night in Cup.